Hey traders, Mike Katz here with 7 Points Capital, wishing everyone a happy new year. Hope everybody had a nice and safe and healthy and happy New Year's Eve. And everybody's excited to be back in the seat for 2018. And today didn't disappoint. First day back, we had lots of play, lots of symbols in play. And BURG was one. We'll go over that real quick. Pretty much my whole blockchain watch list was in play. Let's see. Every one of these has been up. The futures bounced back quite a bit on Bitcoin. So these things did, and it created some opportunities. And BURG was no exception. Looking at this guy, had a pop early on, had a pretty big move from about 350 all the way to 6 and change. Drifts back most of the pre-market, then gets a opening bounce right around the open, pushes to $5, goes above it by a little bit and fails, and puts in this lower high here. And that started my descending triangle setup, my A plus setup that I love. And part of my New Year's resolution is to really size appropriately, which means that, the mediocre setups I'm going to trade if I have to, smaller. The good setups I'm going to risk probably about 5 times what I'm risking on an average trade. And my A plus, fantastic, high conviction setups I'm going to be risking about 20 times what I'm risking on an average trade. So if you're a beginning trader, let's say you're risking, I don't know, $100 a trade, then I'm risking 100, 500, and what is it, 2000, is it? Yep, 100, 500, and 2000. And if you're, trading a little bit bigger for a longer period of time, let's say you're risking $500 per trade, so it's 500, 2500, and 5000, depending on where you are. But I'm just trying to put on a lot more risk on my better setups and better trades. And I think that's going to be a really good exercise for 2018. So this one is one of my better setups. I wouldn't call it my super high conviction A plus setup, but definitely a higher quality setup than usual. And so I was sizing this one pretty big, about 5 times my average size, and started in here, had a nice short right around the open, fails at VWAP, comes back for a double bottom, and what does it do? Bounces, but barely gets a 50% retracement of this down move here, and that shows weakness. Comes down here for a triple, quadruple bottom off of this level here, 410 I think it was. And so started in here on VWAP break, curling back down with a lower high, um, covered some into the pre-market lows over here. On the bounce, added some back in. And at this point, I'm thinking this is really weak, holding below VWAP, nowhere near that previous high there. Probably a lot of bag holders here, and I'm looking to size in. And I think 410 was the break, added some more. What does it do here? Just goes down and sideways, couldn't get a bounce. Down and sideways, and 390 I hammered into quite a bit more, and I covered on the wash. Covered some here, some here, some here, as much as it gave me. And then by this point here, I had about half size on, reload on the pop, cover, and that's what I was doing for the rest of the day. Shorting the pops, covering on the dips, shorting the pops, covering on the dips, and that worked out really well. And this thing gave a nice retest of 4 here, trapped a lot of longs again. And looking at the volume profile, it was easy to see that a lot of volume traded in the morning here in this area, which means that whoever stuck long is probably going to be offering out stock to break even, given if they given the chance, and that's going to create a ceiling, VWAP is right above. You have these peaks right above. So at this spot, I sized in again. At this point, I think I had the biggest position I had all day, and I got a nice wash where I covered some into 82 and then 62, and then I was pretty much done with it for the rest of the day. That was it. So BURG, the announcement was, they're selling their blockchain, blah, 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 blockchain, blah, 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 right? Anything blockchain gets a move. But I personally thought that this might catch a bid, but last week, for the latter part of last week, and today also, a lot of these fresh news stocks, they're just not holding gains. They're being sold. There's a lot of absorption going on. Whoever's buying is able to get the shares they want. So the theme has been to fade the moves to the upside, and that's been working. And that's, an example of this here as well. So this was a really nice trade for me. Nice symbol. I probably traded about 7, 8 symbols, but obviously not enough time to go over all of them. This was really nice. I'm happy with how I was able to put risk on, put size on where I was supposed to, and not really come up with any excuses why I shouldn't. And I think that is going to be the way to go. I'm going to force myself to really put on the right amount of risk, and try to capitalize on those really good setups. So really excited for 2018. Got a lot of good things going on. We have some new things that will be coming out as far as some more presenters and some additional types of videos, not just the end of day recaps. We'll be doing some videos where we'll talk more about psychology, and we'll talk about different trade setups, and potentially do a couple of webinars here and there. So really excited for that, and for trading in general. 2018 hopefully will bring some more opportunity. 17 was a great trading year, and we're excited for 2018. So I want to wish you guys a fantastic trading year. Hopefully everybody kicked it off to a great start, and thank you for watching. Give us some feedback. Find us on Twitter, on LinkedIn. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Appreciate it, guys.